I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And this is The Coin Show.
Sorts of stuff going on tonight.
On this obviously live episode of The Coin Show.
Oh, what's going on?
Podcast. Is everything okay, Matt?
I'm broken on the screen. Golly.
You're good with me.
All right. We're good.
Okay. On episode 156 of The Coin Show podcast, Matt and I are going to do the very first head-to-head dueling coolest thing to walk in.
Oh, my.
Yeah, George is all excited.
Yep.
And I'm sure we're going to take a couple of listener questions. But first, as always, the news.
Who's the news brought to us by tonight, first of all? I jumped to the news screen, but...
Oh, okay. So, no theme?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. See, I'm way out of it tonight.
The news is brought to you by pencils. Keeping the eraser industry afloat for over 100 years. Pencils.
Pencils. Love it.
Also brought to you by our patrons. Thank you to all the fine patrons who support us at patreon.com/thecoinshow. You can do it too. Just go to patreon.com/thecoinshow for details. All right, Matt.
Yes, sir.
A rare private issue $2.50 gold coin from Templeton Reed sold at the Atlanta ANA Spring Show for nearly $500,000.
That's bananas.
It is, especially considering how small this piece is. So it's a $2.50 gold piece from the Georgia and North Carolina Gold Rush. It's only about the size of a nickel.
Nice.
And it was minted before branch mints could be established in 1838. So, Templeton Reed actually helped to alleviate coin shortages brought on by the newly discovered wealth of this gold rush in the eastern, at the time, southern United States.
Huh. Cool. I mean, they kind of did the same thing they did out in California.
Yeah, except the critics claimed that Templeton Reed coins didn't contain the prescribed amount of gold.
Uh-oh.
And thus the coins were not accepted by the general public, even though the claims were completely unfounded.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, but that goes to show you how, the reality is sometimes not as important as the perception.
Right, sure.
So, let's see. The coin was purchased by an anonymous collector for a record price of $480,000. This example is the finest known of a population estimated at less than 25 coins.
That's cool. That's super cool. I'd love to have one of those.
Yeah, it's a neat looking coin. It's got a relatively simple, design to it.
Yeah, I mean, but you think about 1830 in the middle of Georgia. What was going on there besides some mining?
Well, and this was being done by a private mint as well. Right. So, I mean, that is a little bit more
a private mint in 1830 in the middle of Georgia. So
right. So I mean, these weren't, I don't know. They're just not people that were like the top in the industry. They were just people that did it for a living.
Right, for sure.
A unique silver dollar pattern has been discovered.
I saw this too. This is cool.
Yeah, so CoinWeek is reporting that previously unknown standard silver dollar pattern engraved by William Barber in 1869 has been discovered.
I thought it was a $50.
No, actually, pattern coins were struck for 10, 25, and 50-cent coins as well as dollar coins. This pattern is more like a variety, as the only difference in this coin and all the other known coins is that this coin is missing Barbara's initial B in the field by the ribbon.
No, but I thought the coin we were talking about, the $50 coin, the one in the
Well,
pictures.
let's take a look. It says standard silver $50. Oh, it says that. You're right. It's a $50.
Okay.
$50 pattern. I'm sorry.
I'm just keeping you honest, buddy.
Hey, you know what? Keeping the news accurate.
That's right. Try.
When the news breaks, we fix
They
it.
fix it.
That's right. So,
I did it!
there you go. Thanks, Jack.
I love that one.
Classic commemorative coin issues are making news lately. A York County, Maine $50 sold last August at the ANA for over $102,000.
Good Lord, but look at that thing.
I know, but I mean, here's the point: is that the coin is not rare by any means.
No, but that toning is. That's a monster.
But it is the first commemorative $50 to be certified as MS69,
Well, that probably
And-
helps too.
given a CAC sticker,
Oh,
making
well,
it a registry set kingmaker.
there you go. Yep, that's it. There had to be something.
Price, yeah. So the good news is that this sale last August shows strength in a segment of the market thought to be long dormant,
Right.
as commemorative coins. I personally think that it follows the pattern of the high-end coin market being strong, and the rest not showing so much as far as signs of life.
That's probably a fair assessment.
Yeah, so it's not an exciting coin. It's not something people are going to go pursuing now.
Right.
It's that this particular coin is 69 and cacked.
And monster toned. Like, so that helps
Well,
too.
that might be why it's
69 CAC. Yeah, right.
So our friends at CCAC are meeting this month to review design candidates for the 2020 George H.W. Bush dollar coin,
Ooh.
as well as the Barbara Bush First Spouse gold coin, and the design candidates for 2021 American Innovation dollar coins. But, personally, I digress about the Bush dollar coins, which to me are just a disappointment. I don't understand why you've got to create this coin.
Well, I mean, he was president, right?
Yeah, but the series has been over for years.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just doing it to honor the presidents.
I understand that. Is
Good
there
for
a
them.
demand for this coin?
Heck no, of course not.
Okay, there's my point. Sorry. So I'm not sure of what great legacy will be featured on the presidential dollar coin, but I know it won't be broccoli.
Wow.
I do think that it'd be cool to have like Dana Carvey there at the release ceremony
Not
as
gonna do
the
it.
president.
Wouldn't be
that's
prudent.
probably me. Sure.
Sure.
Don't like broccoli. Tried it once. Wasn't prudent. Wasn't a good idea.
Wow.
Yeah. And here, okay, so now you're going to get a little dose of angry, Mike.
Oh,
Because
boy.
it's like we got these into the shop today. We got a couple of them, and I just started railing on it. You could just see my boss's eyes roll. So the Andrew Jackson presidential silver medals are now available.
Okay.
One of them showed up in my shop already.
Okay.
Okay, so this medal series is unique in that the offerings are not actual coins and don't bear a year. So there's no sales deadlines. They can make these medals into perpetuity.
Yes.
Okay. So the Jackson medal features the likeness of the seventh president. The motto, Andrew Jackson, President of the United States, and the year of his inauguration on the obverse. While the reverse is what I tend to think of as the Indian Peace Medal,
Right. Sure.
as it's the same design as the Lewis and Clark Peace Medal that we saw at the ANA in 2014.
Yes.
Now, can you understand where my issue with this is?
Beside it being just terribly ugly, and no, I mean it's made of 999 silver, diameter of 1.598 inches.
This is where people not knowing history really kind of chafes me.
Well,
So it's really ironic that Jackson signed the Indian Removal Act that
Right. Oh,
authorized
yeah.
the president to
Yeah.
grant unsettled lands west of the Mississippi River
that
in
makes sense.
exchange for Indian lands that were currently within existing state borders.
So yeah,
So,
it was
it's
the
like,
opposite
here's
of
this
Indian peace.
peace and friendship, And the Choctaw Indians were forcibly relocated to, quote, Indian territory, where they suffered from disease, early death, and general ill health. The Cherokees faced the same fate and asked the United States Supreme Court to intervene on their behalf. Now, the court ruled that the state of Georgia had violated the Cherokee Nation's sovereign status and wrongfully intruded into a special treaty relationship with the U.S. government. So that's the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Cherokee Nation. President Jackson refused to enforce this and continued to press for the Cherokee to relocate to Indian Territory, a fight that would continue into the Van Buren administration and eventually lead to the Cherokee Nation relocating via a Trail of Tears.
Wow.
So, I mean, the hypocrisy of this is just delicious. It's absolutely, typical of Americans. And that we told the Indian nations that we came in peace and that we wanted to share the land.
And for a while, that's what happened.
And that's what happened until we had sufficient numbers. And then we took their land, destroyed their culture, and banished them to Oklahoma.
That's right.
So this guy was at the forefront of the movement to move them, take their land, and he gets a peace medal reversed and says peace and friendship.
Nice.
So why is Oklahoma still a state? Oh yeah, oil.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's the whole thing with me. This is Angry Mike. This is where, I think that, look, the stuff that we produce should be reflective of history. You want to put him on a horse with a sword, I think that's perfect. That's old hickory. You could make a picture of him flipping off the Bank of the United States because he hated that too.
Right.
He
liked to party.
He did. I think that it's really, really interesting that he is the only president under which we had eliminated our federal national debt. But that's not a good thing, because if you look back to his administration, economically it was known as the hard times.
Right.
So, that's not exactly a great thing. It's just one of those things where, I don't know. It's kind of like putting him on the $20 bill. He absolutely despised currency. He wanted gold and hard money,
right,
and he hated paper money. And we put him on the most circulating paper dollar in our country.
You're right. It's funny. I like that.
Yeah.
I like your humor.
Well, some of it's humor, and some of it's
just fact. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ugly. Numismatic researchers, but I digress. Yes. Numismatic researchers have acquired the third and final 1792 silver dime in an effort to research the coins. Now, CoinWeek is reporting that Robert Rodriguez and Tony Lopez's project is nearing completion after nearly 4 years. The acquisition of this final 1792 silver dime this January marked the first time since 1792 that all three of these coins had been together, and at a total cost of almost $2 million.
Well, I think is it 3 varieties? Is that what it is?
I believe that to be the case. So
yeah.
This one is a Judd 9A thick planchet that has been described for years as marked up, scratched, or graffiti.
Which kind of looks to be that, yeah.
Yeah, no, if you look at it, it's bad. But the cool thing about this is that the pair, Rodriguez and Lopez, are using a particle accelerator at Argonne National Laboratory right here in my backyard to do X-ray refraction studies. And the X-rays can recover information previously thought to be lost forever and create accurate images of virtually 100% of lost or disfigured surfaces from a depth of approximately 20 to 25 microns.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so they'll be able to see what the coin looked like originally from a depth below the surface of the coin beyond the damage.
It's like a coin time machine.
Well, it's really
like
actually
undoing
cool.
wear.
Yeah, so you're being able to study something that was previously unknowable.
I'd like to
and
see some
you're
of
using
that.
science to do that. So I just think that's really cool.
I'd like to see some of that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so in April, they hope to do these X-ray refraction tests on the Judd 9A. The two are scheduled to publish their research in a paper entitled History Recovered, Saga of the 1792 Silver Dime.
Huh. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Numismatic News posted a really cool article this week on the possibility of some 1793 cents being recognized as proofs versus business strike and the validity of doing so.
Huh.
So it's funny, we'll talk about this subject later. But the article states there is at least one and possibly a couple more extremely nice 1793 change cents, which suggests the possibility of special strikings. Some have gone further, believing they were proofs, but a more conservative view of the situation tells us that calling them proofs may be going too far.
Yeah, I don't think they were specifically making a proof because
And there
at that
I think
time,
is right, because proof's a method of manufacture, right? So the article continues that there may be some truth to the idea that the 1793 Wreath cent was treated like the first coin of the United States. And there are a number of extremely high quality examples of the Wreath cent in 1793, including one graded MS-69 by PCGS.
right?
Now that coin is nearly flawless, and there are a couple others in extremely high grade. This raises debate over whether or not these coins are proofs. Walter Breen in particular seemed to feel that there were proofs of the large cents being produced. A lot may depend on your view of proof. Some may have been early strikes that received unusual care, and I think that's really more what they are.
Right.
They're more specimens than they are proofs.
For sure, 100%.
So-
Yeah,
Yeah, so the fact that a proof is a method of manufacture rather than a state means that calling these coins proofs is really stretching the term, in my opinion. But the extra care that was taken means that they should be considered specimens. So there you've got,
I agree with you on that one.
In foreign coin news, do you realize we spent all this time talking about the U.S.?
Holy cow! You're
good.
right.
Yeah.
Look at that.
In foreign coin news, the South African Mint has new managing director,
Oh boy, this should be a good one.
Honey Mababolo.
Wow.
The new managing director of the South African Reserve Bank, which owns the South African Mint, supplier of Krugerrands to the world. The South African Mint was nominated for Coin of the Year in 3 categories: Best Gold Coin, Most Artistic Coin, and Best Crown. Hopefully she brings some new ideas to the world of coins.
Honey Mama Bolo.
Yeah, Honey Mababolo.
I love that name.
It's a great name. It's got
awesome.
a ring to it.
It does. It's fun to say.
It is.
Honey Mama
Stax
Bolo.
Bowers will offer an 1884 and an 1885 trade dollar from the E. Horatio Morgan collection at the Baltimore Whitman Expo.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, so the 1884 coin is graded Proof 64 plus Cameo by PCGS and ranks as the 4th finest known example of the 10 known specimens. The 85 coin is certified as Proof 64 and ranks as the 2nd finest known specimen behind only the Eliasberg coin, which grades Proof 65 plus Cameo.
Wow.
Now, other highlights from this collection include a Choice Proof 1894S dime, a gem 1876 cc 20-cent piece, and a Choice Proof 1838 half dollar.
Yeah, I mean those are the dates when it comes to proof trade dollars.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's got an 1894 dime.
yeah, 94S dime.
And how much more can you want?
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool.
And finally, in the news, have you seen any 2020 coins in circulation yet, Matt?
I haven't got one yet. No, I keep looking.
Because there are plenty of them out there.
They pumping them out?
The United States Mint has pumped out an amazing 1.228 billion coins in January of 2020.
Wow.
And over half of them were cents. Another 126 million of those are nickels, so about 70% of which were made at a loss. But who's counting?
Yeah.
So there is one anomaly that jumps out at me, and this is the absence of any Philadelphia minted half-dollar coins. All 1.8 million have been made at Denver so far. I wonder if we'll have like an old-fashioned year where the halves are only made at like one facility.
Well, I mean, nobody uses them, so aren't they only putting
But
them
the
out?
only reason they make them is for collectors.
Yeah.
So that would be counter to them only making a single mint, because that would just have their sales for no reason.
Right.
So,
Right. You would think they're going to make them at some point, but
right.
probably not right now.
So, yeah, I mean, but last year the mint coined nearly 12 billion coins
right.
for circulation.
Sure.
Yeah. It should also be noted that that 12 billion number didn't include any West Point strike quarters, nor did the 2020 number.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's
none of the
only
West Point coins.
that's only a couple million coins. That doesn't.
Well, it is, but it's still a couple of million, and I mean, they made 126 million nickels. So
It's insane.
yeah. So there's lots and lots of coins out there with 2020 on them. You should go get yours today.
Go find them, baby.
That's right.
I got one more
And-
news story.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
I got some news right here, buddy. You see this?
Yeah, you do.
See this? The
I
new
do.
Coin Show merch is out. So we just put it up on our website, coinshowradio.com. There is a section where you can view all of the finest merch that we have put together.
That we can provide.
That we can put together.
That's right. And we've got some, ideas and stuff like that.
Yep.
What we want to do is we want to do some sort of a contest where somebody designs a T-shirt. So, start mulling that one over.
Yeah, kick it around.
Kick it around, see what you think of, and see what you can come up with. I will tell you that, contrary to me, I am rocking.
The original. The O. Oh, don't
I
get
am
tangled
rocking.
up.
Oh, gee, sure.
You are, and I've got one more over here that just came.
All right.
Look at that.
Baby.
There's I Heart Coins Part 2 in the store. I redesigned
There
them.
is?
Yep. And this is the other one that came today. I'm going to rock this one to the office tomorrow. This is a nice looking Morgan Dollar shirt. Nothing on the back, just a Morgan Dollar, So, cool Coin Show wear. You can wear it around your Coin Show. Also supports us, helps us put on more episodes of the Coin Show. So, yeah.
Don't you think we should put the coin show on that somewhere?
I mean, maybe people don't want to represent. If they want to represent the show, they can get the Coin Show podcast.
Yeah, they
shirt.
can rock the podcast shirt.
Yeah, if they just want a sweet shirt with a Morgan dollar on it, then there you go.
There you go. I like that thinking, Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. So we don't
So
want to
that's-
just like
so that
everything
is
else
the
we do.
news.
Just like everything else we do, we don't want to shove it down their throat. If they want to, that's great.
Yeah. And so that's the news. And this week, the news was brought to us by Pencils,
Pencils.
keeping the eraser industry afloat for over 100 years. Pencils.
They could do. I heard they have a new type coming out. These mechanical ones. I don't know.
No, it's just not the same.
It's new founded.
No. And what are they going to do with how's the eraser industry going to work into that?
I don't know.
That's just not going to happen.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm an old school guy. I want the Ticonderoga #2.
You use those carpenter's pencils, those flat rectangular
No.
ones. You got to
But those
sharpen
are
with the
cool.
knife.
They're functional as well.
Yes.
Now, I will tell you a little bit about me. My mom, when I was a kid,
Okay.
actually, if I would take her pencil and ask her to sharpen it, would take out a razor blade and she would sharpen it like that. And I would never be able to use it at school again. Because it would, chew up too much
That's funny.
pencil sharpener. It was funny. My mom did a lot of really weird things, but it was a product of growing up, after the Depression. That's just kind of what they did.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people like that in my industry.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And now I'm one of those people.
I was gonna say, hey, let's talk about that. What's been going on? I know you've got a couple weeks in now.
I got a couple weeks in now. I'm feeling more settled.
Comfortable?
Well, I mean, comfortable is something that I've been since I walked in the door. I have to give the people there in the shop a lot of credit. There's 4 of us. That's all there is.
Right.
So it's like the 3 coworkers that I have made me feel so welcome and so comfortable. It's been awesome. I've made the typical rookie mistakes in ringing things that I shouldn't or not ringing things that I should, stuff like that. It's all been accounting errors and stuff like that. I haven't
Right.
bought any fake gold or anything like that.
Well, then if it's accounting errors, you can fix those. Those are easy.
Right. Everything that I've done can be fixed.
Right.
I have pretty much now figured out that at some point I'm going to have to stop collecting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you just lose the newness. You see all the stuff, and the stuff that I like, I can't afford anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way I did it is I still every once in a while will get that collecting bug, and it'll have to be something so obscure that I'll never see it in the office, or so weird
Yeah,
that
that makes sense.
that I'm never going to see it in the office, so that's what I have to collect.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so commuting has been different because now I work in the city downtown. You definitely don't want to drive, so I take the train. I've become a commuter, guy with a backpack, walking, you know, from all that stuff. But it's cool because I get to take my books. I will tell you that the library at Harlan Burke
Yeah,
is huge.
I bet. I can imagine.
It's insane. I mean, I thought that I had a lot of coin books.
The bookman himself. Are they let you check them out? Are they going to let you check them out and bring them back?
Oh, I can do anything I want in that place.
Oh.
That's the great thing about it. It's like they've made me feel like family already.
You're a kid
It's
in the
amazing.
candy shop, aren't you?
I am, and I will tell you that the first couple of days looking through the cases was really interesting. So, like, there's a I want to say it's a '97 Barber half in '67 cameo.
Beautiful coin.
It's a beautiful, beautiful coin, but you don't see that very often. Stuff like that. There's enough gold to chug a horse. Just right in the case. That's just kind of what we do.
Yeah.
It has amazed me that people have walked in with like rolls of Maple Leafs and Eagles and stuff like that. They just want to, will you buy these?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's always the answer.
I always knew that this was going to be a very eye-opening experience for you from the very beginning. So I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
I'm glad that you're working out for them.
Yeah, because that would have made you look like a real jerk.
Yeah. Well, what do you do? What do do?
You stuck your neck out there. I appreciate that.
Well,
I think you kind of knew what you had. So
yeah. I trust you. I know
that
you
was
know
kind
your
of the
stuff.
thing it's like I think that was the biggest hurdle
Right.
to hiring somebody. Is they had to have somebody that they could trust.
Oh, sure. Everybody that we
teach
hire,
everything.
we drug test and background check everybody that we hire in my office.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, it's been a lot of fun,
good.
and I've seen all kinds of new things. I have learned how to do a couple of new things. I've gotten a lot less uncomfortable with pamp bars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see a lot of those, and
more
there's a
of
lot
them.
of fake ones.
Well, and we're in the financial district of Chicago.
Yeah.
So I've had people come in with fake coins already, who set them packing. I've had all kinds of interesting things happen, and when we get to the coolest thing, I will also tell you about something very, very cool that walked in.
Tonight's the first night we're battling on the coolest thing.
It's the head-to-head battle.
I came hard. I came real hard.
Oh, I
This
told you
episode.
needed to bring it because I had something.
I did too.
Now, I will tell you what, one of the greatest things that has happened there so far at the coin shop is that I've done things according to the way that I feel I've been taught. So some of the stuff I've learned from you.
What's that?
Like,
For example.
For example, running eBay auctions on insanely expensive coins at 99 cents with no reserve.
Yeah, how's that working out, buddy?
Well, it works. I mean, we're not completely out of the woods yet, but we got another week.
Yeah.
But still, it's it was one of those where it was funny because my boss is like, you better keep eyes on that thing. And I'm like, what am I going to do anyway? Once it's up, it's up.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it.
Nothing you can do about that.
Right. So you got to let that go. But, within a day, it was already been up close to melt. So we're good there.
Right.
We put up these other coins, these really, really interesting coins called Celestons. You ever seen those?
Yeah, didn't we talk about those the last
Yeah,
episode?
we talked about them last. Well, I didn't know if we talked about them last episode or if we talked about them on the Patreon.
Nope, that was last episode.
Okay, so they're up on eBay,
Yep.
and I didn't feel comfortable about doing those at 99 cents with no reserve, only because I think that there are too many people that wouldn't know what they were.
Right.
So we put them with the reserve, but the reserve's already been met.
There you go. Bang. See? I mean,
So- I look like a genius.
as much as people complain about eBay, it is a decent way to get rid of stuff. especially
you just gotta
especially
sell it
stuff.
for a lot more than you need so that you can pay all the fees.
Well, especially stuff that you buy that's really cool, but you have absolutely nobody to sell it to. That's what eBay's for. That's
the
what we
thing
use it
that
for.
is the thing I think that is amazing me the most about working at Harlan J. Burke is the amount of material that they have that they've been sitting on for 20 years or more.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's get on in there, buddy. Dig in.
Oh, that's the stuff you got to get
That's
rid
right.
of.
Make your boss some money. Get rid of.
turn that in. You got to turn that into money.
There you go.
So I'm very, I'm a self-starter. I don't tend to need a lot of motivation or a lot of instruction. I go into work. Today, he didn't even say a word to me. I just started working. I knew what I needed to do. I got it done.
I love it.
End of the day, everybody was taken care of.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This is great. This has made
Yeah.
made my year so far, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's made my lifetime so far. So,
I love it.
I mean, I'm doing something that I absolutely adore. And I'm working with people that I like, in an atmosphere that's comfortable and it's nice. And I mean, I just couldn't ask for more.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
I left a job that I loved,
Right.
and I was really apprehensive about that.
I know, because
And within a week and a half, I was like, you know what? I love this job more than I love that one.
oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good, dude. I love it. I love to hear that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You ready to get your butt kicked?
No, not yet. We got to see if we got any listener questions.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see if listener questions, because I know I have mail.
Okay. Check that mail.
So let's see.
You check
Was
the
it
mail.
questions? It was questions.
I'll check the stream. We'll see what's up.
So, Mike and Matt, this is from Eric Head.
Okay.
First, thanks for doing the Coin Show all these years. You guys are much appreciated.
Awesome. Thank you.
Since you like getting questions, I thought I'd send one, and since I'm writing, include 2 comments as well. First, when you discussed Coin Week article, 5 iconic unique U.S. coins you can't own, the first coin that came to my mind was one you didn't mention, and that's the 1974 Denver aluminum cent that was turned over to the mint in the past few years.
You know, it's still up in the air on whether these things are out there or not. I don't think it's ever been.
Well, that coin's illegal to own. So
Well, it is.
That kind of follows like with another 33 double eagle.
That's another good
You
point.
can't own them, so
But I think
that kind of
you're not.
kind of disqualifies it from that article.
Well, no, it doesn't. That makes it squarely inside that article.
Well, yeah, but they were talking about coins that you technically could own but can't own,
Oh, well.
I think. Second, let's see. Second, the U.S. Mint announced that they are changing the reverses on silver and gold eagles in 2021. He watches our friends on HSN for entertainment,
Oh boy.
and they've been promoting the heck out of this year's silver and gold eagles, actively promoting this is the last year of the current design. So that was kind of answering my question of I hadn't really heard or read anything on it. There it is.
Yeah, I think we were. I think we were actually. I went back and watched. I think last episode we were actually corrected that it had just come out.
Yes, because the announcement had just come out. So yeah, they're going to change the obverse and the reverse. This is the 35th anniversary coin that they're doing.
Is it both sides or is it just one?
year. No, it's just a reverse.
Just the reverse. That's what I
I'm
thought.
thinking. I'm sorry. It's the silver and the gold. Both reverses are going to change.
So we're getting rid of the Eagles. There must be a war on the Eagles.
Well,
They
no,
went for the quarters
you got to
first.
remember this. They are mandated to have an eagle on them. The design is changing.
Oh, so they're just gonna gussy up the Eagle, make it a little more fancy.
They're going to do something different because they think that we're tired of that reverse.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, the silver eagle reverse has been mundane. You know, I mean,
It's got that heraldic eagle that's cool, and I mean,
yeah, but it's just kind of
yeah. I mean, I agree. Most modern coins
Yeah.
to me are So
so.
those are just to be completely honest, silver and gold eagles to me are just widgets. I mean, they're just slide them across the counter and make them go away. So
It's amazing how many times I hear that term in my shop.
widgets, yeah. I mean, it's something you
I
pick
bought a
up.
bunch of them today.
Yeah, there's lots of things that are just widgets.
Widgets. Finally, your ending conversation about modern commemoratives and how they have little value leads me to want to know your opinion on the half-dollar commems from the early to mid-20th century. My favorite design of all time is Fraser's Oregon Trail commemorative. It was the only slabbed coin I had in my collection for a substantial time. What's your professional opinion of these coins?
I love early commems. I hate the market. So,
Some of the designs are beautiful.
right.
The Oregon Trail is a great example of that. There are some modern commems, also beautiful. The Buffalo commem, the Dolly Madison commem, absolutely stunning coins. But the problem with them is that there's just too many of them to make them really valuable, unless they're super high end or relatively rare.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of those coins, I mean, you can go through, there's probably a good 20 of those early commems that I would consider to be attractive coins, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
that, you know, are on par with some of our best designs, I think.
Absolutely.
And in modern coins, you know,
And I would think
Maybe
that a
a
lot
handful.
of those designs that are really done well are Art Deco designs.
for sure. Yeah, oh
A
yeah.
lot of California designs in that, like the one with the bear. I'm trying to remember which one it
San
was.
Diego.
Yeah, the San Diego
Yeah.
commem.
I love the San Diego, the Connecticut with the trees, absolutely gorgeous. The Grant, the Gettysburg, you know, some of my favorites. So
Yeah, there are some really, really nice looking old commems. The Texas commem is really cool.
Texas, yep.
You know? So you've got there's a sea of different types. I think that the modern mint is just doing too many. I don't know. I just don't like the designs they're doing on them.
It got a lot more, you know, it got a lot more political these days. Back then it was just, hey, let's we need a commem for this particular event. Why don't we here's the design, Mint, will you make these for us, please?
And they made several of them within certain years.
Right.
You know, like the 20s, they were making them all kinds of different ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I just look at things like, okay, so I'm going to rag on a modern one that I hate, and that's the Korean War one. I just don't like the design of it. I don't think it looks befitting of coinage,
Right.
in my opinion. Let's see. So anyway, thanks again for the service you provide. You know what, Eric? We love doing it for you. I've got another.
Okay.
Somebody asked a question. Oh yeah, here it was. Anthony Griskowitz. And your 150 plus episodes was the most heated debate you two have ever gotten into on the show.
Did we answer this one?
Yeah, we answered that last.
We don't
last
argue.
episode. Yeah,
We don't
do.
always agree, but we don't argue.
We never argue.
That's right. Bros.
Hey, we've been to a football game together.
That's right.
Well, that takes some broage.
It's way big.
So, are we on YouTube as we speak?
As far as I can tell, no. I don't know
Okay.
why. I'm trying.
That's so too. That happens.
I was working on it. It's kind of hard once we get going for me to troubleshoot stuff, but I'll figure it out. We're getting
Yes.
there.
Yeah, you will.
I'll get it
We'll
figured
get
out.
there. You know what? We've been figuring it out slow but sure.
I'm a coin dealer, not a tech guy, and here I am with the soundboard
you
and
created
video
an awful lot of
software
tech.
and running live streams. I'm a coin dealer. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I was informed today that we were going to set up some video capabilities from the store. He wanted me to do some Facebook stuff.
Oh, buddy.
Excited.
Hey, we're doing this. This is nothing different.
I know. I get it.
You guys.
So, all right. Are you ready?
Oh no, are you ready?
Oh, we've got theme music and everything.
Oh, we have a solo original from myself for your theme music, and you're going first, by the
Well,
way.
what about yours?
Oh, I don't have any. You haven't made it yet.
No. See, I gotta make. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah,
I
see?
will make you your very own coolest thing. theme.
Oh, I made you one already. So
I know.
You guys ready
I've
for
heard
it?
it, and it's actually, I like it. I like
I made this in the bathroom.
it. Okay.
All right, here we go. Mike, you ready? Everybody, you
I'm
ready?
ready. Yeah.
Here it comes.
Mike is here to tell us about the cool thing.
Yeah.
So, for my first entry into our dueling coolest thing,
Dueling coolest thing.
I had a gentleman walk into the shop the other day and asked me my opinion on a coin. He pulled out a coin and some research that he had done
Okay.
as far as, whether or not the coin was authentic. So what he believes he has, and to be honest with you, what I believe he has is an 1875S branch mint proof 20-cent piece.
Wow.
Now, the mintage is absolutely unknown because there's no documentation.
Now, do they even exist?
Yes, extremely rare with perhaps 7 to 9 known. Most examples impaired in some way.
Now, how do we know that this is not just a regular old 75S 20-cent piece?
Well, here's the thing: is back in the day, branch mints really didn't make proof coins. They were making all the proof dies were made in Philadelphia,
Sure.
and all of the dies were made in Philadelphia, and then they shipped the circulation dies to the branch mints. So the presentation dies, or the dies that they made the presentation pieces with,
Okay.
were nothing special. Let's see. According to, there's a really cool article at www.doubledimes.com/1875s.
Well, if you give me a second, I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry,
let's see.
I should have given you that. But it shows the diagnostics on the obverse and the reverse. So there are two principal diagnostics for the obverse. It has a die chip or a gouge below the hand, and it has a horizontal die file or polish mark in the shield.
Okay, hold on. You said doubledimes.com /
1875S hyphen
1875S.
BMP.html.
URL not found. What did I do wrong?
Let me give you a link.
Yeah, send me the link. I want to get this up so we can all look at it together. Why not?
Absolutely. Let's get it up.
Figure out where it's coming from. Where your link's going to be at. I got 8 things.
There you go. Try that.
Okay, let's get that up.
Boom.
Okay, boom. There she is. All right, so let me get
Okay.
this up on screen for everybody. Okay, kind of got it. It's a little wonky.
So they say that with about 7 to 9 known, a mintage of 10 to 15 seems reasonable, and a claim of 12 seems to be about right in the ballpark.
So okay, so now let's take a look at this. Do they show any of the diagnostics? They do. Okay,
They
so
do.
we have a die
They show
chip on the.
the obverse,
Okay.
where you have a die chip or gouge below the hand,
Okay.
and a horizontal die file or polish marks on the shield.
Okay.
The reverse has several diagnostics. There's a diagonal line in a protected area enclosed by the arrow shaft, branch, and claws. The TS in sense is weak.
Okay.
There are 2 die defects due to excessive die polishing before striking the proof coins. And the middle olive leaves of above EN in cents are disconnected from the stem as a result of the over polishing.
Huh. Yeah, I can definitely see the T and the S there on that particular coin. So
So we could see these diagnostics on his coin. Now, you brought up a really interesting point in pre-production where, truthfully, the coins are likely not proofs as much as specimens.
yeah,
So this goes back to that 1793 chain set.
sure. So yeah, no, and I was talking about it that I mean, a lot of the times they would continue to use these dies as well after they struck their proofs with them. So it's entirely possible that that's what this is too. It's hard to say because 75S is the most prolific year they made 20-cent pieces.
Yes.
Well,
And
it's hard to imagine that this particular 75S, even though it is a match, is one of those presentation pieces that got struck and then spent. But I mean, it's
Well, think about this.
definitely
And think about
plausible.
it. Think about it this way: that just because a coin has all these diagnostics does not mean that it's a proof. What it means is that it was struck with this pair of dies, and
Okay.
you're correct about that. But
What?
where I investigated with this coin, I immediately went to the rims.
Right.
And I looked at how squared the rims were on this coin.
Yeah.
And these are like angle iron square.
Well, it's got a chance, man. I
Right,
assume you guys
so-
are sending it off.
We are sending it to PCGS. More to come.
More to come.
More to come. There will be a follow-up on this one. So that's what you get. Pow, how do you like that? What do you got for me?
So Mike brings us a potential
One of 12.
one of 12 known. Well, I hate to say that mine is not that rare, but mine is certified.
The juice is real.
So we're going to jump over to my coolest piece. This is a piece we may have actually featured on this show before because I've owned this coin before.
Was it a Dropbox?
It's
Do I get a picture of it?
heck no. You just got to watch the stream like everybody else.
I can't do that while I'm recording.
Oh well. This is my piece is an 1836 Goldbrecht dollar. We've owned this coin. This is the J60, the Judge 60, which let's see. I think that is the medallic alignment. Let's find out though real quick. I believe that's right though.
60.
There you go. So I hear you pulling it up. I hear my own voice.
Yep. Okay. Now I can see it.
But yeah, so this is the Goldbrecht dollar. Beautiful coin. It's a little dark, but I don't mind it so much.
Isn't that typical of Goldbrecht dollars?
Yeah, a lot of times they were stored in a way that makes them dark. You don't see too many really. I don't like bright ones.
Well, it seems like they'd be unnatural.
Yeah, they really kind of are. This one just has that really kind of midnight blue, kind of dark toning, which, like I said, I don't hate as long as the surfaces are still kind of PL. Now, the holder on this one's kind of scratched up because it has been bouncing around for a while in a collection, and we owned it for a while, and then we sent it back. We sent it back with a customer, and then we bought it back again. So,
185 years old. I
right.
would definitely not expect the surfaces to be pristine.
Right. But the cool thing about this is the very first appearance of what, Mike?
I'm sorry? I missed a question.
The Goldbrecht dollar is the very first that we see which design.
Oh, we see the Flying Eagle.
That's right. We see the
That
Flying
is the
Eagle design.
exact same Flying Eagle as is on the Flying Eagle set.
That's right. They reused that design. Almost 30 years later, a little more than 30 years later.
How many stars are on the reverse of a Goldbrecht dollar?
I don't know. Let's count. A lot.
A lot.
There's a bunch. Didn't we have wasn't this a trivia question we did once?
I don't know. I would think that if there are multiple stars, then there are probably the same number of stars as there were states.
Well, there's 20-something. I was counting there at the picture switch, but there's a bunch.
Oh, it switches automatically.
I do.
didn't know
I
that.
built us a little fancy slideshow to do.
Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what we got here. Let me get a count real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 26.
26. That's about right, because 1818 is when Illinois came in, and it was 21st state. So, yeah, it's probably about right.
Yep, 26 stars on the back of that coin. So, yeah, that was the coolest coin. Even though we had a couple of others that were super cool that we bought this week too, but they're off at the plastic factory right now. So, unlike you, I'm not preemptively jumping the gun on those.
Wow.
I'm just throwing some shade here because we're having a
Yeah, I
competition.
noticed that.
So,
All right. I'll have to bring it a little better. I'll have to bring it a little stronger next week.
But-
And you know I got the stuff to do it.
oh, I do it. I like having this. This is fun. We're gonna have
that's
to keep
good.
doing these.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna
Oh, I broke the
be.
internet again. Mike,
No.
I broke the internet. Yeah,
Don't do that.
I switched too much. Let me see if I can refresh this thing. My picture's gone, man.
Yeah, no, I'm watching the stream.
Oh boy,
I see me.
I see you too. Well, let me just figure out what's going on. Oh boy, let me see if I can. I can't believe that this tech, man. Like I said, I'm a coin guy. I'm not a tech guy. I'm just breaking stuff left and right.
I'm still getting it done.
Yeah, I know. Let's see what's going on. Well, here, I got an idea. Let me just turn this off.
Pow.
Turn it back on, maybe? Nope. Nope. I'm done. I'm out. We're just gonna put your beautiful beautiful picture up here.
Ugh.
We're just gonna stretch you out nice and big.
And
here.
Matt has been eaten by Skype.
That's right. It happened again. Gosh darn it.
Yes.
Well, here, we're just gonna do this, Mike. We're just gonna put your big, beautiful face right here on the screen for everybody to see.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yep.
Got Matt Dinger.
There's your forehead. There we go. Look at you. Look.
Could be a 5-head.
It's amazing. There you are. Oh, this is so much fun. I love this. So,
I'm sure.
There you go. I love having the control on this end, at least, to just put your big,
'cause
beautiful
for
face.
so long, I was in total control of everything. And now it's kind of like, faster.
I love it. I love it. Oh, boy, that's good. So anyway, since my camera blew up, it's all you, buddy. Why don't you, you got anything else you want to talk about tonight?
No, I think I think that the camera is deciding for us.
I think it really is. So you want to wrap this puppy?
I think we will.
Let's do it.
So let's see. We'd like to thank our contributors, our patrons, the people that wrote to us, offered suggestions and ideas, posted to social media, asked questions, or in some other way supported or inspired us. We cannot thank you, our listeners, enough. Without you, this entire endeavor would be completely pointless. Thank you to Tony Alvarez Band, Justin Urban, got it right this time,
Yeah.
for his contributions to our YouTube page. Speaking of Justin,
Yeah.
let's share a little news about Justin.
You want to?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Okay, so Justin is a wounded warrior. He was in the service, and he suffers from PTSD. And he is learning to become a coin dealer and has decided to do his own podcast. And let's see, the name of it is
Learning to deal.
Learning to Deal.
Yep.
So he talks about his experience post traumatic stress disorder and learning how to integrate himself back into society and make a living at the dealing of coins.
And using coins to cope, which is awesome.
Absolutely, which I think it's an awesome thing. Coins are great therapy.
But the cool part about the whole situation is Justin is actually, one of our helpers here in the Facebook
absolutely.
groups. He
Wonderful
does
things.
stuff for us, so we're gonna help him out, and we're actually gonna release his first episode on our as an episode here coming up, not too awful long from now. So you guys will get a taste of what he's bringing.
Yep.
And then we'll get you the information so you guys can subscribe to his podcast as well. So
Yeah, please listen to it because I've heard the first episode, and I will tell you it was really cool.
I was blown away.
Yeah.
I really like I remember our first episode and how terrible it was. And I listened to that episode and I was like, holy cow, this is like he must have done 100 episodes already. So it was
He
amazing.
certainly sounded much better prepared for us than we were.
Right.
And, it's funny because we had three people bringing content and three people trying to carry the conversation. We couldn't get it done. This guy is doing a one-man show. It sounded so effortless. And
Yeah.
please,
I do those
know it's
videos
not,
and stuff.
but it just sounded great.
I do the videos for the Facebook and YouTube, and I find it hard to talk for 3 minutes, and he goes on for a half hour. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing
So-
and compelling to listen to.
Very much so.
I would I would recommend.
We'll keep you guys posted though when that's coming out. We're in production now, So
Yes. So big thanks to Justin Irvin for his contributions to our YouTube page. Big thanks to our Facebook coordinator, Ernesto Aguilar.
Yep.
If you haven't checked it out yet, our Facebook page is awesome. Don't forget to check out our Facebook group, Friends of the Coin Show. Search Coin Show or search Facebook for groups, and our group is named Friends of the Coin Show. Ask to join. Bob's your uncle.
Bob is your uncle. Don't forget.
I just gotta ask. I've got to mention Uncle Bob all the time.
Yeah.
So, did you know that this and many of our recent podcasts are available for your listening pleasure on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio.com,
BobIsYourUncle.com.
Spotify.com,
Maybe probably shouldn't go to that website.
and Coin Show. Yeah, really. Better be careful about that.
My fault.
Yeah. So, a huge thank you to our patrons. Our patrons have been the driving force behind the updates and the upgrades for the show. We appreciate and love every single one of them. Please become a patron. Go to patreon.com/coinshow. You can make a one-time donation, or you can support the podcast every month. If you support the podcast at a $5 level or higher, you will get access to the super secret extra coin show.
Yep, and we tried out a new segment in there already that went okay.
Yeah.
We've been extra elaborating on Mike's new job, so we've been doing some fun stuff in there.
Yeah, we've been doing some different things, and we always look to our patrons first for ideas, suggestions, and
Feedback. If we're doing terrible, please just tell us.
just let us know.
Yep.
So, I'll let you stop looking at me. For the Coin Show, I'm Mike,
And I'm Matt.
and we'll talk to you next time on the Coin Show.